My beloved, I stand before you not as a distant voice, but as the one who has walked among you, the one who knows your burdens, your struggles, and the longings of your heart. Many seek the path to peace, yet few understand the power of trust in the one who formed the heavens and the earth. Today, I invite you to journey with me, to unlock the divine path that leads to true transformation. Open your heart, for the words I speak are not just for your ears, but for your soul. Let us walk together, and I will show you how trusting in God changes everything. My beloved, I see the weight you carry, the worry, the anxiety, the fear of what tomorrow may bring. You hold on so tightly, believing that if you let go, everything will fall apart. You strive, you plan, you struggle to control every outcome, thinking that your strength alone will sustain you. But I tell you this, true peace does not come from control, but from surrender. It is only when you release your grip and trust in the Father that you will find the freedom your soul longs for. Consider the birds of the air. They do not plant, nor do they harvest, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not worth more than they? When you hold on to control, you live in a constant state of unrest, for the world is ever-changing, and no human hand can steer its course. The storms will come, the winds will blow, and the waves will rise. But I say to you, do not be afraid, for when you trust in me, even in the storm, you will find rest. I walked upon the waters not because I was immune to the storm, but because my faith was in the one who commands the seas. When Peter stepped out of the boat, he too walked upon the water until fear entered his heart. He began to sink, not because the storm grew stronger, but because he took his eyes off me. So it is with you. When you trust in your own strength, the weight of the world will pull you under. But when you fix your eyes upon me, nothing can shake you. Surrender is not weakness, it is not defeat. It is the most powerful act of faith. It is saying, Lord, I do not see the way, but I trust that you do. I do not have the answers, but I know that you are the answer. The Father has never failed, and he will not fail you now. His ways are higher than yours. His thoughts are beyond your understanding. What you see as a delay, he sees as preparation. What you call loss, he calls pruning, that you may bear greater fruit. You strive to control your future, but have you forgotten who holds time in his hands? The one who set the stars in their place, who called forth the sun and the moon, is the same one who orders your steps. When you release your fears to him, you step into a divine plan far greater than anything you could design for yourself. I have seen the burdens you carry, the sleepless nights, the silent tears, the questions that have no answers. I say to you, lay them at my feet. Do not be like Martha, troubled by many things, but be like Mary, who sat at my feet and listened. She chose the better portion, for in my presence there is peace. You were not created to carry the weight of the world. That is why I said, come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest. But to receive this rest, you must let go. You must trust that my plans for you are good. Even when the road is unclear, even when the journey is long, know that I am leading you. I do not abandon my sheep. I have seen how you struggle to understand why certain doors remain closed. But my child, do you not see? When I close a door, it is not to harm you, but to protect you. You see only what is before you, but I see what lies beyond. I know the dangers that you cannot see. I know the harm that would come if I allowed you to walk a path not meant for you. My no is not rejection, it is redirection. When you surrender your plans to me, I will lead you on the path of life. When you stop trying to control every detail, you will find joy in the journey. Trust is not about knowing every step ahead. It is about knowing that I walk beside you. It is about believing that even in the unknown, you are safe in my hands. So I ask you today, my beloved, will you trust me? Will you lay down your burdens and take up my yoke, for it is easy, and my burden is light? Will you let go of the illusion of control and step into the peace that only I can give? Let go and watch what I will do in your life. My beloved, you see trials as burdens, but I tell you, they are the very fires that refine you. Every storm you endure, every tear you shed, every moment of hardship is not meant to break you, but to shape you. What you call suffering, I call preparation. What you see as pain, I see as the soil in which your faith will take root and grow. Do not fear the trials of this life, for I have already overcome the world. And if you walk with me, your trials will not end in defeat, but in testimony. When you look at your struggles, do not ask, "Why is this happening to me?" but instead, "Lord, what are you teaching me?" For nothing is wasted in the hands of the Father. Every challenge you face is an opportunity for your faith to grow. The enemy wants you to believe that your suffering is meaningless, that your hardships prove I have abandoned you. But I tell you the truth, I am closer to you in the fire than in any other place. Do you remember my servant Job? He was tested beyond what many could endure. He lost everything, his wealth, his health, his family, yet he did not turn away, he did not curse my name. And in the end, what was taken from him was restored in greater measure. But more than his earthly blessings, Job gained something far more valuable, an unshakable faith. Before his trials, he knew of me, but after his suffering, he knew me. The same is true for you. When you go through trials, you do not walk alone. I am with you in the fire, just as I was with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The flames surrounded them, but they were not consumed. Why? Because their faith was in me, not in the outcome. They stood before the king and declared that even if I did not save them, they would not bow to another. That is faith. Not trusting me only when the outcome is in your favor, but trusting me even when you cannot see the way. I do not promise a life without hardship. I did not come to take you out of the storm, but to be your peace within it. My disciples faced trials. They were persecuted, imprisoned, rejected by the world, yet they rejoiced. Why? Because they knew their suffering was not in vain. They understood that every hardship was a testimony in the making. Paul was beaten, shipwrecked, and imprisoned, yet he wrote, "I have learned to be content in all things." Why? Because he trusted me. He knew that his searching for themselves in places that will never satisfy. They chase after temporary things, hoping to fill an eternal longing. But, my beloved, you were made for more. I am the way, the truth, and the life. If you want to know who you are, come to me. If you want to understand your purpose, walk with me. If you seek to be whole, abide in me. The world cannot define you, for it did not create you. Your worth is not measured by your achievements, your failures, or the opinions of others. Your worth is found in my love, a love so deep that I laid down my life for you. When I walked among you, many looked at me and did not understand who I was. They expected a king of power, a ruler of this world, but I came as a servant. They did not recognize that my kingdom was not of this earth. Even my own disciples struggled to see the fullness of who I am until they walked with me, listened to my words, and abided in my presence. And so it is with you. The more you seek me, the more your eyes will be opened to the truth of who you are in me. You were not created to live in fear, in shame, or in confusion. You were made to walk in confidence, in strength, and in the fullness of my love. But to do that, you must let go of the false identities the world has given you, the labels placed upon you by others, the lies whispered to you in moments of weakness. These do not define you. I do, and I call you my beloved, my child, my chosen one. Do not look to the world for validation. Do not seek approval from those who do not see as I see. I see your heart, I see your struggles, I see the person I created you to be, and I say to you, come and follow me. Lay down the burdens of self-doubt, the weight of comparison, and the fear of not being enough. You are enough because I am enough. You are strong because I am your strength. You are loved because I have loved you with an everlasting love. Do you remember Peter? He was a fisherman, a man with doubts and flaws, but when he followed me, he became more than he ever imagined. He walked on water when his eyes were fixed on me. He became a rock upon which my church was built. His identity was not found in who he was before, but in who he became in me. And so it is with you. If you seek me, if you walk with me, I will show you the truth of who you are. You will no longer be bound by fear, by the past, by the expectations of others. You will walk in freedom, in confidence, and in the purpose for which you were created. Come to me, my beloved. The more you seek me, the more you will find yourself. My beloved, the world tells you that love is fleeting, conditional, and based on what you can offer, but I tell you the truth. My love for you is eternal, unshakable, and beyond anything you can comprehend. Before you ever knew me, I loved you. Before you ever sought me, I had already called you my own. Nothing you have done, nothing you will ever do, can separate you from my love. The love of this world is fragile. It changes with emotions, with circumstances, with mistakes. But my love does not waver. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. When I gave my life for you, I did not do it out of obligation. I did it because of love. A love so deep that I bore the weight of your sin, your pain, your burdens upon myself. I was rejected so you could be accepted. I was wounded so you could be healed. I was forsaken so you would never have to be. You may think, Lord, I am not worthy of this love. But my beloved, I do not love you because you are perfect. I love you because you are mine. I love you in your brokenness, in your weakness, in your moments of doubt. I love you when you stumble, when you struggle, when you feel unworthy. My love is not something you must earn. It is a gift freely given. There are times when you feel distant from me, as if my love has faded, but I have never left you. Even when you cannot feel my presence, I am near. Even when you walk through the valley, I am with you. Just as a shepherd never abandons his sheep, I will never abandon you. I leave the 99 to find the one that is lost. And if that one is you, know that I am searching, calling, and waiting with open arms. My beloved, do not be afraid to receive my love. Do not let shame keep you from me. The enemy wants you to believe that you must fix yourself before you come to me, that you must be perfect before you can stand in my presence. But I tell you this, come as you are. Come with your burdens, your fears, your past, your wounds. I am not a distant God waiting for you to be worthy. I am a father who runs to embrace his child. Do you remember the prodigal son? He took what was his, ran far from his father, and wasted all he had. And when he had nothing left, when he was broken and ashamed, he thought, I will return. But I am not worthy to be called a son. Yet before he could even reach home, his father ran to him, embraced him, and clothed him in honor. That is my love for you. I do not wait for you to prove yourself. I run to you with open arms the moment you turn to me. Many believe that love is proven only in blessings, in answered prayers, in things going well. But my love is greater than circumstances. Even in trials, I love you. Even in suffering, I am with you. When the world rejected me, when I hung upon the cross, my love remained. And if I endured all of that for you, will I not also walk with you through your struggles? Nothing can separate you from my love. not your past, not your failures, not your doubts. My love is stronger than fear, greater than sin, and more powerful than anything you will ever face. So I say to you, my beloved, abide in my love. Let it fill you, heal you, strengthen you. The love you seek is not found in the world, in people, or in achievements. It is found in me. Come, rest in my love. You are mine, and I will never let you go. My beloved, I have called you to live by faith, not by sight. The world teaches you to trust only in what you can see, to believe only in what you can touch. But I tell you this, true life begins when you place your trust in me, even when you do not understand. Faith is not about seeing the path ahead, it is about knowing that I am the one who walks with you. You may ask, Lord, how can I trust when I do not know what tomorrow holds? How can I have faith when my circumstances seem hopeless? But I say to you, do not let fear rule your heart. Did I not provide manna in the wilderness? Did I not calm the raging sea? Did I not raise the dead to life? I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. What I have done before, I can do again. Faith is not built in comfort. It is forged in the fire of trials. When the storms of life come, do not be like the waves, tossed back and forth by doubt. Stand firm, knowing that I am your foundation. Trust is not about understanding everything, it is about surrendering to the one who does. My beloved, you do not need to know every step of the journey, you only need to know that I am leading you. Consider Peter when he stepped out of the boat. The winds howled, the waves rose, and yet, for a moment, he walked on water. Not because of his own strength, but because his eyes were fixed on me. But when he looked at the storm around him, fear took hold, and he began to sink. And yet, even then, I did not let him fall. I reached out my hand and pulled him up. So it is with you. If you keep your eyes on me, you will walk through storms without fear. But even if you stumble, I will never let you go. The enemy will try to shake your faith. He will whisper lies, telling you that I have abandoned you, that your prayers go unheard, that you are alone. But I tell you, do not believe these lies. I have promised never to leave you nor forsake you. Even when you do not see the answer, I am working. Even when you do not feel my presence, I am near. My beloved, I am calling you to that same faith. Not a faith that wavers with circumstances, but a faith that stands firm in my promises. The world will tell you to rely on what you can control, but I say, surrender to me. My ways are higher than your ways, my thoughts higher than your thoughts. You do not need to understand everything, you only need to trust me. If you trust in me, you will see miracles. If you walk by faith, you will see doors open that no man can shut. If you surrender, you will experience a peace that surpasses all understanding. Do not be afraid, my beloved. I am with you, and I will never fail you.